This is my Sims 3 game. This is my game without reshade. This is my game with reshade. And today I'm going to be showing you like all of my visual things that I use for Sims 3 to make it look a little bit cuter. I also want to show you guys my graphic settings that I have for the Sims 3. So I have pretty much everything on super high, except from tree detail, and then also high detail lots and draw distance. And then I have edge smoothing off, but that is for my reshade. And I play in borderless windowed mode as well. But first up is my reshade. So reshade is one of my favorite things that I like to use in The Sims 3, and honestly in every game that I play if I can get it in. And I'm currently using my XOX reshade preset that I made for The Sims 4. But I'm going to make a Patreon post with a Sims 3 version of it uploaded. So if you want to download a Sims 3 reshade preset, you can check that out in the description. And I'm pretty sure it should work for G-Shade as well, because I know like a lot of people use G-Shade also. I do believe it works for G-Shade, but it might not. Let me know if it doesn't. And also, if you are looking for a reshade installation tutorial, I would recommend dangeloxox. I'll link that down below. I personally didn't use that one, but I know that one is really good and it does work, because the reshade that I'm using is actually just the regular reshade that you usually install. It needs to be updated, but it works for me, even though I don't know if it works for everyone. So I would check out a dangeloxox tutorial to install reshade in The Sims 3. But yeah, this is my game without reshade. This is it with. So it kind of just, it changes the colors and just the palette of the game a little bit. I do have quite a lot. In fact, actually, I think I took off some effects for Sims 3, because I think Sims 3 is already pretty colorful. But these are the effects I have, and I also like to use relight as well to like add a little bit of lighting to my pictures also. So yeah, I really like to use relight. And on top of relight, I also like to use the ADOF effects, which adds a nice little blur as well. So when I press tab, it puts that into effect, so it looks like this. If we go over to this guy over here, you can kind of see it is really nice for a nice little blur. And because I know how finicky reshade G-Shade is with like presets and stuff like that, sometimes you put a preset in and then it looks completely different in your game. So I'm gonna go slowly down the list and you guys can like look at all of my settings, just so you can make sure it's the same in your game. You can like pause on this whenever you want and just look at it. But there you go. So that is my reshade. And yeah, usually what I do is I set ADOF and the PPFX SSDO to tab, so that when I tab in, it's like a lot more shadowy and adds like more harsh shadows for pictures. And I also set relight to F6 as a hotkey so that I can just put it on separately, because yeah, I kind of want it to be a bit different. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about my reshade at all, don't be afraid to ask me in the comments or on my Patreon or anything like that, because yeah, I'm not a reshade expert, but I'm happy to help with my preset, and hopefully you don't run into any issues. The next aspect of a visual guide that I think is really important is UI. I think changing your UI in The Sims 3 is really fun and can make your game feel really fresh and modern. I personally love The Sims 3 default UI, like the blue UI, same with The Sims 2. I think it's really done well and I love how it looks. I love the blue. But I do like to change things up in so many games that I play in, so I'm using the Black Girl Magic UI. And because like I really love the brown, mocha, beige kind of vibe for like my channel, my games and stuff like that. In Sims 4 I have the beige UI. I really love this one, and it's one that I'd never seen anyone use before. So yeah, it makes the UI like a little bit more of a mocha brown color. I really love the loading screens for this UI, and there's really a lot of really cute UIs in The Sims 3. I saw this Life is Strange one that I was going to switch to a couple of months ago because I thought it looked really cute, but there's just something about this one personally that has its hold on me. I don't want to leave it. I've been using it for over 6 months now and I love it. And another mod that really adds to the visual overhaul of The Sims 3 is a world lighting mod, and I use the Burnt Waffles Frozen lighting, and what it really does is change the lighting in The Sims 3. It's a really cloudy day in Appaloosa Plains, but I'm going to show you some pictures of like what it does. It really makes the skies really vibrant, usually really colorful skies, really colorful sun. The waters look really bright and vibrant, even without reshade as well. And you know, The Sims 3 already has the best environment in my opinion out of all the Sims games. I think like the seasons are done amazingly. I think everything, it just is really cool, and I think the lighting just, you know, having a little lighting overhaul makes it even better. The next mod I'm going to be talking about is the chrysolite cast lighting mod, which I really love. It just makes cast lighting look way nicer when you go into create a sim. I love it. I've been using it for I think 4 or 5 months now, and it just makes my sims look more crisp, more clear. You know, the lighting is really tea when I go into create a sim, and it makes create a sim more fun to play in. Normally I don't really like being create a sim in Sims 3 compared to gameplay, but I really like how my create a sim looks with this mod. And if you like to use cast lighting mods like in the Sims 4 and stuff like that, I think this one is really good if you like that for the Sims 3. And yeah, just makes your sims look way nicer. And on the topic of cast, I'm also using this cast background by QueerTV. It's called Beachy Days, and it's a conversion from the Sims 4. And yeah, from where I got this cast background, there's a collection of 9 other ones, and there's so many other gorgeous cast backgrounds for the Sims 3, conversions from the Sims 4, originals. And yeah, I really like how this one looks. I've had this one in for a while, and it looks really nice. It's really high quality, but there's some more grungy ones, some more like cozy family style ones, solid color background ones as well. But yeah, this is the one that I'm currently using, and I feel like it's just really nice. You know, I might switch it to something where Apple is a plains coded, so it fits this household a bit more, but I think this one's really nice for a lot of families. But yeah, I also do use some skin defaults and eye defaults and brow defaults. So I'm using the eye default right now on this sim, and the eye default I use is the Burnt Waffles Leftover Eyes number 19. I'll link that in the post as well down below. But yeah, I just always like Burnt Waffles eyes. I also use them in the Sims 2 as well at times. But yeah, he has kind of like bluish greenish eyes, but I just like how they look in all colors. Like, I mean, oh my god, that looks kind of cursed. But yeah, I just like how they look. I really like how the browns look as well. Obviously in the Sims 3 we have the color wheel, so we're a lot more spoiled for choice when it comes to, you know, the color options we have, but I just like how they look. I've been using these for quite a while. I actually kind of like him with brown eyes more. Not gonna lie, I usually do though. I usually prefer like the brown or hazel eyes on my Sims, but damn, I don't know. We'll give him his original eyes because I feel bad, but I really like these default eyes. And the default skin that I like to use is the Lullaby skin by Nectar Seller. I really like that for a lot of my Sims. I was using a different skin on top of it, but this is the default skin here, right like that. I'll take off I also do use face mask. He also does have some face masks on, so I'll take all of that off so you can really see what the default skin looks like. But yeah, this is a default skin. If you don't want to use face masks, you just want a default skin, good to go, everything like that, this is what it looks like. So if I was having a more minimal game with less CC, this would be the one I'd use. Like, look at this skin, it's so smooth. He still looks very defined. He still has his face, like, you know, he still looks really, wait, that sounds crazy. He still has his face, but you know what I mean? He still has those features that he had when I had the face masks on. And it's really nice. I like it. But Nectar Seller always makes really good CC. I love all of their stuff. But yeah, this is the default skin. But if you are looking for some good CC, or where to find good CC, check out this video. I did make a video about like where I find CC, some really good creators. I linked some really amazing creators, including Nectar Seller in that video, that you can stalk their Tumblrs, get some face masks, highlight, blush, all of that stuff. And then for brows, I actually use a brow default replacement, which replaces all of the base game brows in The Sims 3 to add like a little bit more definition. It makes them less blocky looking and adds like individual hairs to all of them. So again, if you don't really want to go out of your way to download like all these brow CCs and everything like that, you just want to like use what's in the game but maybe make them look a little bit nicer, these replacements are really nice. And yeah, I really like them. I would actually use any of these. And another cast mod that I like to use that is also like really nice, a lot of these are cast mods as well, because I feel like Create a Sim in Sims 3 definitely needs a little bit of revamping, and you know, the things that we do in Create a Sim affect gameplay because that's how we make Create a Sims. But this one's a little bit more, you know, not that important. But I use this really nice cast stand still and cast mod by Chrysolite as well. And I love stand still and cast in Sims 4. So when I discovered this in The Sims 3, I was like, wait, I need this. But yeah, this one is just a regular stand still. There's other variations of it though with different poses if you prefer those. But the one I'm currently using is just the regular stand still. She's not moving around like they do in Sims 3 cast. She's not getting in the way. She's just standing still, letting you dress her. And I think that is, you know, really nice. I like that in my Sims games. And the last aspect of a visual overhaul for The Sims 3 that I want to talk about is something that I think is kind of scary, and I was kind of scared to get into until more recently, the last few months, which is sliders. I feel like adding custom sliders to the game is a little bit scary because it's like, I don't know if this is going to break my game, if this is going to work. And I feel like for a lot of people who download sliders for the first time, they don't actually, and this was including me for a long time, I would download sliders and they would not work. I'd be like, okay, why am I downloading all these sliders? But then when I use the slider option, it doesn't work. But yeah, I would definitely check out my 15 essential mods for the Sims 3 video, because I talked about a master controller module that you should add to your game, where you can right click on the options menu, and what you want to do when you click on this, it will say max sliders and casts at 100. I would set that to a higher number so that that doesn't happen to you with sliders, so that you can use all of the sliders to their full capacity. I think I usually have mine on like 400 or something like that. But once you've done that, you can more easily adjust custom sliders. You can like do this stuff like this. You want to add a little bit of this, you can do that. So yeah, there's a lot of different options, and I'm gonna also be sure to link a lot of where I get my custom sliders, because I don't have, like, there's so many out there. But yeah, I'll link where I got a lot of mine in the post as well, because I think the Sims 3 sliders are like, without any custom ones, are already really good and, you know, underrated. But I think adding custom ones to make more unique Sims, to make Sims look less potato faced, is also really good. So yeah, I'll link where I got mine. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little visual guide. It's not very long, there's not like a lot of crazy steps or anything like that. I feel like it's very digestible. But yeah, I think the main things are reshade. I think reshade really does make a difference. Once again, this is, I mean, actually the game looks good without reshade too here. The game actually looks good. I think it's the crystallic cast lighting as well. But yeah, this is yeah, without reshade, this is with reshade. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you have any more recommendations for Sims 3 that you like to make your game look cuter, be sure to let me know. I also stream The Sims 3 quite a lot on Twitch, so be sure to follow me on Twitch and check out the Discord, because we share a lot of resources in there. There's some really nice Sims 3 simmers in there that share mods, updates, CC finds, things like that. And yeah, we all are there to help each other out. And also happy International Women's Day as well. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and I will see you all very soon with another Sims video. Bye.